Hey everybody, it's your girl Nell, and welcome to Simply Nell's Tiny Studio. It is Friday, August the 15th, 2025, and I have had a very, very interesting week. I'm going to tell you, it's been very interesting for me. Um, I haven't been in the tiny studio as much as I would like to, and I definitely have not been on camera. So I deeply apologize to my subscribers and the Tiny Studio Lounge members. I'm really attempting to get it all together. It's just been so much. There's so many things that I would like to do. Do you know what I'm saying? I have so many things on my plate, so many ideas that I'm always jotting down. There's so many, you know, so much creativity that I have inside of me that is trying to come out, and well, I should say, not trying to come out, that's escaping. And so I have been just really attempting to pare things down and decide where I want to be as far as being a creative. What does being a creative on YouTube look like for me? What does being a digital content creator on social media look like for me, especially at my big age? What does it all look like? And I've been trying to decide how much longer I really want to be on YouTube and how much longer I want to be on social media. And the reason I say that is because there's so many things that's going on in our country today, and I want to be able to use my gifts in the best possible way to help my people and my community. And I'm always asking myself when I'm on YouTube or on this channel, I'm always asking, am I bringing my gifts or presenting my gifts to the forefront? And am I creating um, entertainment or infotainment for my friends, for my family, for my community? And is that infotainment, is it going to be something that will be able to help them in some kind of way, whether it be, I provide a laugh of the day or provide a little tidbit of something that might interest my subscribers? Or could it be maybe I say something that stir an interest in them to begin to crochet or paint or make jewelry, or just, become interested in something creative, and hopefully I awaken a passion in them to do so. So I'm always, the way I look at my channel, I look at it from the perspective of what are my gifts and talents that I can offer to mankind. That's my biggest thing. What can I offer to mankind to make it a better place? Even if it's, it doesn't have to be a worldwide or global effect, as long as I am having some type of positive impact in someone else's life in their tiny studio. And that's how I look at things. Um, for the past let me say five no for the past 8 or 9 years, almost 10 years, I've been really expanding myself creatively, and I started my own business. And I have been going through the ups and downs of being a business owner. And when you're a journalist and you're a freelance journalist, you're already your own entity, your own company. So I have experience with juggling the day-to-day um, activities of being a business owner. And then, also in my life, I've owned a bit. My husband and I own a business. And it's just, there are a lot of things that come with that. And this channel is part of my business and part of my brand. But there comes times or a time when I begin to feel as if the channel is not making an impact, and maybe the things that I do here on social media is not as impactful as I believe it to be. And that's why sometimes I take little breaks, because I have to find that passion. again. Remember I told you last week, I think, that I had lost my crochet mojo. I did. I lost my crochet mojo, and I don't know where it went. But I know that there's some things I need to take care of, and I'm going to have to start crocheting, especially with the fact that this is August and the fall winter season is coming up. It's fastly approaching us, and that means that I need to um, take inventory of all the yarn that I have, and I need to start creating some patterns so that I can begin to showcase what I have to offer for this fall winter season. And I'm behind because some of the things that um, I want to work on for the fall winter season, really in actuality, I should have already had that prepared, but I didn't. And that comes with the fact that I have a lot of things on my table. I'm not just a businesswoman. I'm not just on this channel. I'm not just trying to keep things afloat on social media as a digital content creator, but I'm also a grad student. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and even though all my children are grown, still I am in another phase of mothering, because just because your children become adults, that doesn't mean that you're not their mother and you don't continue to nurture them. You're just nurturing them and parenting them in a different way. So I have that on my plate. And then I have my own relationships that I have to continue to be a part of. I have friends, I have parents, I have a grandmother, I have a lot of other things that I am, having to juggle, and sometimes it seems like it's a little bit too much. And sometimes I say, well, I need to take a break. And then I take a break. And then, when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, if you take too many breaks, or if you take a break, because I think that when I went to my class reunion back in June, the YouTube algorithm was not happy with me. And so it's been a struggle trying to get back into the algorithm again. And so it's just leaving me at a point where I'm saying, maybe I should just let this go. And that's how I've been feeling lately. With my crochet mojo gone, I just feel like, why am I doing this? I don't know if you will understand. Um, as a subscriber to the channel, I just begin to feel like, why am I doing this? My numbers have not been great. I'm just going to be honest with you. My numbers haven't been great. It's been a struggle to catch the momentum again on the channel. And as much as I really, really love being on camera, I love coming into the tiny studio to talk about things that I'm passionate about creatively. What I really want to talk about, what's happening in Washington, D.C. I want to talk about that. I really want to talk about what's happening in Texas. I want to talk about what's happening in California. I want to talk about all of those things, and I really don't think that I'm going to be able to do that on this channel. And even though I am talking about these things on my Substack, which is another part of me, of Nail, I don't know if I want the channel to be like that. And I have toyed with the idea of creating another channel and just talking about all of those things. But then I will be starting from scratch. And that's still more hard work. And so I don't know. I'm just at a loss of what to do. And I don't even want, when it comes to deciding to create another channel where I could talk about all of those things, all the things, politics and social commentary and, cultural, talking about all things that has cultural significance. I don't know if I would have the time, because being in grad school, takes up a lot of my time. And the only reason why I am on the internet, on Beyonce's internet tonight. Oh, and I'm in the tiny studio at night on a Friday. The only way I'm able to do that is because I don't have class today. Because usually I have a class on Wednesdays and Friday evenings from 7:30 to 9:15. So it's like I really would not be on the internet right now had I had my class not been canceled. So, it's so many things I have to think about, and I don't feel like I'm having a situation of burnout, because at first I thought it was burnout. I thought that maybe I was, you know, feeling the way I felt about, um, you know, my crochet because of burnout. I was supposed to put my banner up here and I did not put my banner up. Let me see. Let me see if I can get my banner up. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's my banner. Oh my goodness. I was using the StreamYard for a while, and I was using it for just podcasting. And that's another thing that I have going on. I have my own podcast on Spotify, and I've been putting off whether or not I want to um, begin podcasting on Spotify again. And I was using StreamYard as my the place where I record my podcast and then place them on the Spotify platform. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back to that. I've been doing this content creating, podcasting thing for a very long time. I've been doing it since, I want to say, maybe 2007. I think so. 2007. No, let me think on that. 2000 and 2008. 2007, 2008, before people even knew what podcasts were, I was doing podcasts over on Blog Talk Radio. And that was a really cool thing for me. And I really enjoyed it. I've been doing social media since there was a thing as social media back in the 1990s when, AOL and all that stuff and chat rooms. So I've been on social media I've been on different aspects of social media for almost 30 years. And then I've been podcasting for almost 20. And I've been on different social media platforms for now almost 20 years. And so I am just at a loss to where I'm heading on social media, because I use social media as a tool. I use it for business purposes because I'm a journalist and because I have to have a social media presence. And then I also use it, well, I should say 3 reasons. The first reason is that I have to be on here for my job, for my profession. And then the second reason is for family, because I keep in contact with family all across America and in other places in the world. I keep in contact with them via social media. And then another reason why I use social media is for business, of course, because I am a business owner and that's my brand. And so to keep yourself out here, you have to use social media. But yet and still, I'm at a point where I don't think social media is really benefiting me at all. I don't see the numbers as I used to. The YouTube algorithm is funny and funky. Even over on Facebook, I'm monetized over there, but that's like, I don't do the things that other people do to get views, which is maybe the reason why I'm feeling really frustrated about this whole thing on YouTube and social media. Because if you want to prosper, you have to have the numbers. You have to be presenting something to the public that they like. And what the public likes these days is controversy. People really don't watch you to really be, in my opinion, people are not watching me because, they want to actually, well, maybe they are. I mean, there are a lot of crochet channels, YouTubers that I watch that are big. They have millions of followers or almost millions of followers. But I've been watching them for years and they've been doing this for years. So, of course, they have the numbers and they are very consistent with it. However, my thing is that and I don't know, maybe the situation is the fact that I haven't found my niche yet. And you may be saying, girl, what do you mean? But maybe I haven't really found my niche. Maybe I haven't found that sweet spot yet. Maybe I'm not as controversial as some other people. Maybe I'm not as cute or beautiful as other people. I don't know. But what I do know is that I have to start figuring out what are the things that are going to be important to me, that are going to not only be something that I can love and that I can continue to grow and evolve from or with as a Black woman, but I need to also be in a position where it can be sustainable and make me make me some coins, because I have all these businesses I'm trying to deal with, I'm trying to get off the ground and keep the doors open, and so if something is not bringing in the money and I can't really find my why in it, it has to be eliminated, and that's why I've been really seriously thinking about just, putting a wrap on YouTube, period. And I don't know, I'm going into my 3rd year on YouTube, and I just, like I said, I'm not seeing the numbers. I'm not the type of person where I like to be controversial, because controversy is not me. My family, they watch the channel, and it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of private on little things, and I'm just at it. I just at an end personally, because there's so many things going on, and I also have this thing inside of me as a creative that if I'm going to do something, I want to do it well. I don't want to do anything half. I don't want to be half stepping. And that's just me. That's who I am. So I don't know. I don't know how any of this is going to play out. You let me know what you think. I've been playing around with some things. I'm still going to put up my tutorials. I'm still going to do that, because whenever I let something go, I like to be able to say that I gave it my best, that I gave it my all. And that's why I'm going to follow through on what I promised to put here on this channel. But after that, I really, unfortunately, I don't see the future in it. And maybe I'm giving up too fast. I know my best friend told me I need to stick with this YouTube thing. And she keeps saying, don't do it. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Keep on doing the YouTube. Keep doing the YouTube. But I don't know, Nikki. I don't know if this is going to work, because like I said, the numbers aren't there. And I am a kind of numbers person. If I can't see the representation, if I can't see the dollars and cents, the coins, if I can't see the progress, then I feel as if that the plug needs to be pulled. And I don't believe that is a quitter's mentality, but I do believe that sometimes when it's the end, it should be the end. There's no need to prolong it. Just let it die. That's how I feel. So, today in the Tiny Studio, I'm not doing too much of anything. I'm probably going to be painting today. I was going to show you my painting that I'm working on. Let's see if I can reach it. I found my broom. What is going on? This is the broom I purchased last year. It smelled like cinnamon. And I bought it around Thanksgiving time, and it sat like in my foyer, and it smelled so good. It smelled just like cinnamon. There's some faint hints of cinnamon here, but what I'm going to do though, I'm going to, as a matter of fact, I have some frankincense oil around here. I'm going to put some frankincense on the branches, and I'm going to hang it. It was hanging up behind here, so I'm going to put it back up there. That's my broom. But let me show you my painting. Let me see if I can reach it. So I hope you're having a great Friday. You probably didn't turn on this video to hear me belly aching, as my husband would say. I can't reach it. Let me try it again. And I used to have something over here where I could reach it, but I hate dead space or dead air. And that's something that I learned when I was working at a radio station in Detroit, that dead air is a bad thing. So me fooling around with this painting is just dead air. But anyhow, here it is. Okay, so this is my painting. This is something that I'm working on. If you can see it. This is my painting. And I'm still working on it. I love geometric abstract paintings. And I guess I am a geometric abstract painter. But this is my painting. And I'm still working on it. I might work on it tonight. But this is a painting of a street in the city of Detroit called 8 Mile. So on one side of it, you have one side of 8 Mile, you have your residential homes, and then on the opposite side of 8 Mile Road, you have the businesses. This is my painting. I am so excited to be painting again. So there's some things I have to do, like I have to put in the lanes for the street, the lanes for 8 Mile, and then I have to do some other things to it. But I'm really excited about painting. It's just such a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. And my last painting is hanging up in my great room. So it's just really cool to go in there and to entertain my friends and family. And my painting is up there on the wall. It's just such a cool, cool thing. Well, it's getting a little late. So I didn't want to keep you long. But that was just something I wanted to talk to you about and see what you thought. I'm going to head out and continue to enjoy my Friday evening. I told the hubby that I wasn't going to be too long with you here in the tiny studio, so I'm going to keep my word. But let me know what you think about that. I mean, do you think that I'm rushing out of, am I being too hasty with, exiting YouTube, or am I just, am I a quitter? Is my expectations too high? I mean, let me know what your thoughts are about this, if you have any. But tomorrow I will be filming, and actually tonight I'm going to be filming the Learn to Crochet for tomorrow. So you will most definitely have that episode with Treble Crochet that will be airing tomorrow, because after I close this down, I'm going to go into filming that right away. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you so much for watching Simply Nails Tiny Studios. Thank you so much for being a supporter. I love all of you. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I want to really thank my sustainable members. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in the Tiny Studio Lounge. Thank you for everything that you put up. Thank you for putting up with me all these years. Thank you so much. And this isn't goodbye though, but I'm really considering it. So just let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think this is a channel that you will watch and that anybody will want to watch. Let me know. All right, well, I am out of here. Have a good Friday. Bye-bye.